Hey everyone, this is Corine Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines? We're always with gratitude or thankfulness, whichever word you want to use. I am so thankful to be here above ground, seeing the beauty of the world, having another one of my episodes, yes, and sharing with you even more information, spreading the message, and giving others the opportunity to share their message and say what is on their mind and bring beauty to the world. Yeah, we need it. We need it. Okay, people, we need it. So I have with me today Lisa Buckley. Isn't she gorgeous? And I think it's Lisa Buckley and friends. I'm scratching my head because I'm seeing other people in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember them booking to be on my show, but they just seem to be there. So it's Lisa Buckley and friends. And
I'm
today,
French.
today we're talking about puppets, Muppets, and Sesame Street with Lisa. And you will see the connection as we
Yay!
keep going today. And I hope that the
Yes,
internet loves us,
I
that
hope
we will
so.
continue to have a fabulous episode. Yes, because as you know, everybody is online. No matter where you are in the world, children, parents, everybody's online. So be patient with us as we go through this. I'm sure you are understanding. If there's a bit of a delay, please be understanding with us. If I get bumped, Lisa is going to continue to the discussion until I come back in. So don't get worried. Don't get worried at all. Just ride and flow with it. Okay? All right.
That's right.
So let
That's
me
right.
tell you a bit about Lisa. Let me tell you a bit about Lisa. So Lisa Buckley, she's a seasoned puppeteer. As you can tell, the people in the back there, with over 25 years of experience in the industry and a humanitarian aid worker. She has worked with such esteemed productions and programs as Sesame Street, my favorite show of all time, The Muppets, the next
Ah,
favorite show. Kermie is my favorite, and Miss Piggy, of course.
yes, of
Alf,
course.
I remember Alf. If those of you remember Alf, now please don't date me when I mention Alf and you're like,
Mm,
what is that? What is that?
mm.
Okay, and you have to Google it. Okay, and many more. And a little bit later, we're going to feature her website. She has turned her attention over the last decade to working with puppets in a humanitarian aid NGO capacity, facilitating teacher training in underdeveloped nations, including Bangladesh, Sierra Leone, Cambodia, and Iraq, where she delivers life saving films and workshops to children in crisis. Oh my God. Focusing on youth related issues such as trauma, which all of us have, is not only youth related. Please,
Mm,
Lisa, trauma is all over.
it's all over.
Hygiene and gender equality. Lisa works on the front lines, so she's a frontline worker, oh my God, of refugee
Ah,
camps, using puppets as teaching tools to better the lives of those who are caught in the crossfires of upheaval, war, and disease. Lisa understands the power of puppets to reach children and adults. Okay,
yes, and
I might
adults.
look like an adult, but I'm actually a child. Okay, and is
Yes.
currently working on a menstrual hygiene management program, which is quite interesting for girls aged 9 to 12, aiming to educate and erase stigma. And I would love to find out more about that.
Yes.
Stigma around what? So she's going to share a bit about that. But let's first get to know Lisa and how she ended up with those people in the back there, working with those people in the back there. Give us a little backstory. And if you want to bring in a few of your friends
Oh,
to have a say,
yes.
you
Yes.
yes, bring them in. I mean, they have to speak for themselves. I don't want you speaking for them.
That's
They
true.
have a voice. That's right. Don't think of
Hey,
um
Corine, how are you?
hi.
How are you,
I'm
beautiful one? Are you good?
oh I like you already. I like you already.
You're gorgeous. You're a gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
Thank
Love
you
you.
so much. I'm single, just to let you know.
Oh, single but ready to mingle, right?
That's right.
Hey,
Hey,
That's enough.
Okay, we were just getting along there. Okay, we were just getting along.
Yeah. You get your own interview.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. Yes, bring them in, Lisa. I need to kick you out, kick you out. Bring them
Yeah,
in.
that's right. Me and Corine,
That's right.
we're together
Ye-
now.
That's right. That's right. We
I
could
love
invite
you.
Lisa. I love you
I love
too.
you.
I love you
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
So, how did you get involved, Lisa? How
Oh
did
my
you get
goodness.
involved?
When I was growing up, I never wanted to be a puppeteer. No way. I wanted to be a scientist, if you could believe that. I wanted to be a zoologist. Yeah,
Lisa, there's no connection,
yeah.
no between that and what you're doing now.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Jane Goodall and Diane Fossey and Jacques Cousteau. I loved animals and I wanted to be a scientist. And then I went to college and I realized I'm really bad at science and I'm not really interested in science because I want my animals to talk to me and I want them to wear clothes and have jobs and lives. So I took a puppet class because my university had two puppet classes. So I took these classes and Corinne, it was it. You know when you find the thing that you're meant to do and your
Your
heart starts to go,
soul.
yeah,
Yes.
your soul just
Your
vibrates and you
soul.
tingle.
Yes.
Yes. And that happened for me. And I left school and I just started building and performing and, doing birthday parties and library shows and any kind of puppet thing I could do. And I just loved it. I ate it up.
My word. No, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, you went to study something like that, and I'm wondering what your parents were thinking. My
Oh,
daughter is clearly mad. Your family is probably thinking you're mad. How is she going to make money from doing this thing?
I know.
She
Yeah.
can't be clearly be doing this because it moves her soul. You don't
I
use your
know.
soul to buy
Yeah.
stuff in the supermarket.
Exactly.
You can't
Exactly.
live off of that. So
That's very
explain
true.
to me what was the type of feedback that you got as a result of that?
Oh, it's just that, my father was like, that just can't be your job. Because he worked he was a businessman and he worked for IBM. So he was very, this is what you
Okay,
do and this is your
that's
life. And
right. That's
because
right.
that's how they think, which is great. But for me, it was like, I don't want to do that. I want to spend the rest of my life laughing.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Yeah.
Lisa.
And
Sign
making
me
people
up.
laugh. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
That's what I
Yes.
want to do. I
Yes,
want to
right?
be just hilariously, what is the word? Just crazily laughing from
Yeah.
morning till night. I want to go to bed with a smile on my face, wake up
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah,
don't know
there you
why some
go.
people, I don't know why some people believe that life cannot be just laughing all the time.
I
Joy,
know.
I don't
I
understand.
know. And now we need it more than ever. We need joy. We just
Yeah.
and we have it in us and it's there and we've got it. We can just let it explode and let it go. We can do it. We can. I
But
believe in people.
but here's the thing, we're talking about trauma, we're talking about bringing joy, and you're going to places like Iraq, Cambodia, Sierra Leone. These are places, I mean,
Yes.
I have never been, but you have seen and heard the stories, and it's a
Yes.
lot of upheaval in those
Yes.
areas.
Yes.
How
But
do you bring something like this to
well,
people, that community, that all they see, from what I understand, is just negativity, toxicity,
yes.
no hope,
Yes.
hopelessness, a life that clearly a smile is seen as a novelty?
Right. Right. Well,
How
first,
do you
Kareem,
do it?
I believe in the human spirit. I believe
Yes.
in what we have inside of us
Mm,
is amazing, and
mm,
also the power of creativity and the power of
mhm,
art to
mm,
help us navigate a lot of these feelings. And we have it inside of us. Everyone is creative through song or dance or poetry or
mm,
puppetry. The
mm,
power of creativity and art really allows us to express our feelings. It allows us
mm,
to work together, and it
mhm.
allows us to think of solutions for our problems. And of
Wow.
course, our problems are insurmountable, and especially now in the world. And you go to these places
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to begin. So let's begin small.
Yeah.
Let's take a subject matter like um, open defecation and hand washing and diarrhea. I mean, that's a very big problem in a lot of the world because they just don't have sanitation. So how do you help people understand the value of washing the hands and disease transference? So I introduce you to
Yeah.
Mr. Poop.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Poop, and I like to talk about diseases and making people sick.
So, I mean,
Wow.
he is this sock puppet made out of a simple sock. And just even the power of puppetry, even making it, you're making it in a group and creating. I've seen adult men who come into these workshops who are, dressed in a suit and tie. By the end of the workshop, they're in shorts and t-shirts. They're laughing and singing and dancing. And it's so unbelievable. And it's just the power of art and the power of
You
creativity.
make poop look good.
Yes.
You make poop look good. Actually, I'm like the next time I'm going to the bathroom, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah. And then of course you could make the diseases. You can make cholera and you can make Ebola germs that go with Mr. Poop. So you're playing. It's all about play. That's what we need more of in the world is
Wow.
play and play therapy and
But
joy, like you said.
wouldn't somebody say you're trying to trivialize or minimalize the whole thing? I can't understand why people feel, oh, it's big, like you mentioned the word insurmountable, and they want to see it big all the time. And you
Yes.
come along, I come along, and just make it simple
Mm-hmm.
or playful or break it down so that all those walls that they have built up, it comes down. It's not as bad
Yes.
as you think. And like you said,
Yes.
you are able to get a bit of clarity and find solutions. Are people
Yes.
questioning your approach to say that you're trivializing a major matter? And why aren't you taking these things seriously, Lisa? Why?
It's funny. They don't, because I think they feel like there's got to be some way we can reach people, and people are just starved for joy and play, and they see the value in play, and they see the value in puppets, and they see the power of puppetry is amazing because these little creatures, they can do so much. I mean, they're small but mighty. I call them small but mighty. And when you see people working together and making puppets, and while they're making them, they're talking about, okay, we don't have sanitation in our village, and our children are getting sick. And as they're building the puppets and they're
Wow.
talking about solutions, and then they get to play and have fun and act it out. And then something, I don't know, something breaks open in their heart or something breaks open in their soul, where they see that, yes, life on earth is very tough, but we're humans and we can solve anything. We can solve all of our problems, and we can solve together. And that's the
We
most
can.
important thing. We can.
We
We
can.
totally
Because my
can.
belief,
Yes.
there's a universal law, Lisa. If there's a
Yes.
problem, there is a solution. That is what
Exactly.
balance is about. Once there's a
Exactly.
problem, there is a solution. But here's my
Exactly.
question to you. Do people say to you, why don't you grow up, Lisa? Why don't you grow up? People tell me that. And I'm like, why?
No.
Why should I grow up?
Yeah. Why? Why
Grow
should I?
up, behave like an adult. Huh?
Never.
Stop
Never.
it.
Never, Corinne. Never. We
I
never
say
will.
so too. I say so too. No, I say so too. No, but
Yeah.
what you're doing is absolutely awesome. And you know what amazes me? When we were children, I don't know at what point, and it happens to all of us, Lisa.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
few of us that get back, like how you get back that soul movement, that
Yes.
soul energetic resonance. But when we were children, we were playful. Things were
We
fun.
were.
We could fall and laugh at
Yes.
ourselves. We don't care who
Yes.
laugh at us. We had dreams of things that we want to do that nobody could tell us that we can't. And even if they tried, we'll be like, excuse me, this is what it is. But some point in our lives, something changed, something switched, that we lost that childishness. We lost
Yeah.
that inner youthfulness, that casting to the wind, that joy, like you said. So we really only have joy for a very small amount in our lives, you
Yeah.
know. And the
I know.
majority of our life is really about proving to somebody, validating to somebody, living somebody else's
Right.
life.
Right.
trying to climb the corporate ladder. And then you
Mhm.
realize you get married, you have children, you marry the wrong person, you're living in the wrong place, you hate your life, you hate your
Yeah.
job, you don't like going. You're like, when and how did
Yeah.
this happen?
When did it happen? I think we were sold a bill of goods that we were supposed to do this, and then we realized, listen, I don't want to do any of this. And you know what? We don't. None of us get out of here alive, so we might as
Yeah,
well enjoy. We might as well play.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I remember I grew up on Sesame Street. Let me tell you,
Ah,
I know the characters. You can't tell me nothing. I know all the people on Sesame Street. I grew up on them. That I even saw new things when they started to evolve Sesame Street. I'm like, where did that come from? Who's
yeah.
that? You know, like, does it fit in? You know, Snuffleupagus. You couldn't even spell Snuffleupagus.
Yes, I
You
know.
know,
I
you
still
couldn't
can't.
Snuffleupagus. You bite
Yeah.
your tongue just from saying it. You know, and of course he was the biggest creature on Sesame Street, and of course he was supposed to be invisible.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody saw
That's right.
him. Only
Yeah.
Big Bird could see
Only Big
Snuffy.
Bird. That's right. That's
Can
right.
you imagine? And Snuffy's passing everybody right there, and nobody's seeing
Let's see
Snuffy.
you. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true.
I
Yeah.
grew up on the Muppets when Muppets came with Kermie and all the rest,
Mhm.
and crazy the one who beat the drums. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
god,
Animal. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, they're
Animal. I just love
brilliant.
him.
They're
I
genius. They're
love
the
Animal.
best performers in the world are on that show, and writers. They're just amazing. And women puppeteers. There's an amazing amount of women puppeteers, so that's
I
good
would have
too.
loved to be on that show when they started bringing guests. You know, different actors, actresses, sports people, whatever. And they
Mm.
used to bring them
Mm.
on. I said, oh my God, it would be just awesome just to be on Sesame Street. You
Yeah.
know, this is
Yeah.
crazy. How did you get involved with Sesame Street and Alf and the Muppets?
Well, for Sesame Street, it was they had a big audition for female puppeteers because they were getting this was in the 25th season, so it was quite a few years ago. They were
Mhm.
getting a lot of letters from mothers saying you don't really have a lot of women characters on your show, female characters for our daughters. So they had a big audition, and I had just given birth to
Wow.
my son, so and I was living in Los Angeles, and it was in New York the audition. So I went to the audition, and I managed to make it through all of the audition process. So I was very, very lucky, very, very lucky. And then with,
Nice.
yeah, so, and like I said before, when you find something that makes your soul just tingle and you know you're on the right path, I
Yes.
think the universe and the creator say, all right, you're on the right path. Here's some things for you to do. Here's Alf. Here's Men in Black. Here's, yeah,
That.
yeah, exactly. Here's all your little, now go.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
yes,
it.
yeah.
But you
So I
know,
was
the
very
key thing
lucky.
about it, Lisa, the universe to me, from my experience, will only open up and line things up if you accept and you don't resist.
You don't resist. That's so true.
You
That's so
don't
true.
resist.
Just say
Once you
yes.
accept and just say yes.
Just say yes. Yeah.
Just say yes. You don't
Just,
need to
yeah.
know
No,
nothing. Just
no. You
say
just say
yes.
yes.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna just line up and you just
You
go
just,
with it. You
you
just
just
go
go with
with
it.
it.
Yeah. You just trust. Trust in the creator, trust in
Oh
the
my
universe, and you'll be
God.
okay. You'll be okay. You might not think so. I
Oh,
mean, you have dark times, but it's going to be okay. It's going
it's
to be
gonna
okay.
be okay
It's going to be
because they got
okay.
you. The universe
Yeah.
got you.
The universe
Oh my
got you.
God. And your friends in the back, they got you.
Yeah.
They
They're
got
all
you.
nodding. Yeah. They're like that. Yeah.
I want you to share with me that program that you're working on for the girls 9 to 12, is it?
Oh,
The
yes.
program you're working on now, yeah?
Well, I mean, for most girls and women, and especially in the
Hmm.
world, menstruation is not an easy process. And I remember my own
Tell me
experience when
about it, Lisa. Oh,
well, my own experience, and I don't know for you, but when I was starting to have my period, my mother didn't know how to talk to me about it. So she handed me a book in a box and she said, "Here, read
wow.
this." And I was just like overwhelmed with fear. I didn't know what
Wow.
was happening. And she said,
Some
you know,
girls, some girls thought they were bleeding to death.
yes, yeah, exactly,
They thought they were
exactly.
going to die. Can you
Yes, I thought
imagine?
I can't imagine. And every day there's 800 million menstruators menstruating. 800 million. in a day. And that's a lot
So
of,
why are they talking? What is the fear of talking about something that is natural, that
I
is
don't,
part of your body?
yes,
What?
part of your body that should be celebrated. We don't celebrate menstruation, menarche, which is the
Mm,
first period, like we do when you're born, when you get married, you have a celebration, when you
mhm.
graduate from school, you have a celebration.
Yes.
But we don't, I mean, in our culture here, some cultures do, and a lot of the
Mhm,
cultures in the world, you don't
mhm.
celebrate that beautiful monarchy that you are now a woman, you are now grown up. And menstruation
Wow.
is how we all get here on this planet. If we didn't do that, none of us would be here.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Yeah.
not only
Yeah.
that, there's so much that happens to your body
Yes.
before, during, and after.
Before,
You
during,
know,
after.
like
Yes.
for me, I have a burst of energy leading up to my period. I am like,
Yes.
I could have a cape on my back. I mean,
Yes.
I'm superpower. Yeah,
Yes.
and there are times when I'm so tired, I just need to
Hmm.
rest. So it
Yes.
helps me to become so aware of my body and where
Exactly.
I am and what is needed at the time. If
Exactly.
after a while when I see the trend, I can tell, okay, I know I'm going to start feeling tired now, so I can plan out certain things at certain times, or
Yes.
I can just rest. And it
Oh,
brings
brilliant.
acceptance, Lisa. It brings
Brilliant.
acceptance. It's okay for
Yes.
me to rest. It's
It
okay for
is.
me to be
Okay.
energetic at this time. It's okay.
Exactly. Yep.
You
You
know,
are so right.
a,
You are
a lot
so
of
right.
people feel that they're dirty. A lot of women are made to feel dirty. Ew, don't
I
touch
know.
you. Even
Yeah.
some men, they're like, stay
I
away
know.
from me.
Stay
You
away from
know,
me.
stay away from me.
Mhm.
Yeah. All the
Yeah.
mood swings that we go through. Don't talk to me now because you know
Yeah,
how,
yeah,
what's
you're
going on
yeah,
at that time. And
I
they're
know,
like,
and
no,
that's just
don't talk
natural.
to her now. Yeah. But if you
Yes,
understand the cycle, it
yes,
will
understand
help
the
you.
cycle. Yes,
You are
it's
doing
all
such
just
a
hormones.
wonderful,
Yes.
yeah, you are doing such a wonderful job. I would have never thought that. I love
Yeah,
it.
see, she can do anything. She can be, she can go to school when she's on her period. She could go to outer space when she's on her period.
Oh my God.
Nothing can stop her. I know. I mean, you figure you
Yeah.
have your cycle for 30 years, so you're going to spend 30 years
Yes.
feeling awful about yourself. No wonder women have self-esteem problems. We're
That,
made to feel horrible about our own bodies.
yeah.
So no more,
Yeah.
no more. Yeah, and I
No
think
more.
puppets,
Hell
no
no.
more, no more.
Yeah.
And I think puppets lend itself to that because you can tell your
Yeah.
stories. I just think it's the body is beautiful.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think what you're doing is so much fun. Whenever you
Oh,
do that program, you really need to come back on the show and have
I
people
I would love to.
that can share about that. That would be
Oh, I would
so
love to.
awesome.
I just want to hear the stories
Yeah.
from women and girls and menstruators, like what it was like
Yeah.
for them and how they cope, and
Mm.
and to let them know they're not alone. Because a lot of, I mean,
Mm.
I know I felt, 'cause I was always worried about staining, staining a couch or staining or
Of
going through your pants,
course. Of
and
course.
everybody feels like that. I don't know
Of
any menstruator who
course.
does not feel like that, but you
You're
felt it was you.
self-conscious. You're wondering,
Hmm.
is it leaking? Oh my God, am I
Yes. Oh,
showing? Is this
oh my gosh.
bulking?
Yes.
My
Is it
God.
bulking?
Can I go here? Can
I
I do
know.
this? Can I do
Yes.
swimming? Can I that? Can I
Oh,
go to the
can
beach?
do
No, I
swimming.
can't go.
I can go. Yeah, and then trying to explain why, and you feel, shameful. Well, you
You
shouldn't be
understand?
shameful. Yeah, I
No,
know.
but here's something that I would like you to do, because there are boys
Yeah.
grow to men who don't understand,
Yes.
and
Oh, I've got them
I
in
think
mind.
you should target it also to our male counterparts, because
Yes.
they more than us, I would think, need to understand, because
Yeah.
eventually we end up together or in a
Yes.
relationship with someone. We need to appreciate what is going on with our bodies.
Exactly. No, you're so right. And most of these
Yeah.
societies are patriarchal. So definitely having programs for boys who are going to grow up to be men and fathers and, husbands and brothers, big brothers and uncles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're
And
so, so right.
of girl children too. And if the
Yes.
mothers are not around, the men are their single parents taking care of their girl children. They have to be able to
Exactly.
explain what's going on.
Yes, and to be proud of their daughters. One of my friends, a beautiful
Of
story.
course.
When she first got her period, her father gave her a dozen roses. I thought that was so beautiful. Oh
Where
my
is that
goodness!
man? Where is that
I
man? Could he
know,
send something?
I know. What
He
a
could send
great
some to me
man.
right now. He
Yeah,
could
I know. He just set up his daughter for her whole life of menstruating, her whole time,
Do you
feeling
know
positive
that
about
makes
herself.
exactly? Do you
Beautiful.
know that is a big thing? You're like,
That's
whoa,
a
I
big
didn't
thing.
know seeing my period
I
would
know.
bring me this. I could see my period
Yeah.
every day for the rest of my life.
I know. I'm gonna get flowers.
I am going to feature your website here, Lisa. And if there's anything, let me see if I could do that while I'm talking. If there is, if there is anything else, let me see the window that I want to share. This has changed up on me. Oh, there it is. There we go. If there is
Oh yes.
anything that you would like to speak about or have me feature about your website, let me know and I can navigate to it.
Oh, actually, on that website, there's pictures of all of the menstrual hygiene puppets. I think they're under puppets.
Where is
They
it
should
here?
be. Yeah, or under projects. I think my menstrual hygiene project is under projects. I should know it. This is my website. Oh, yeah, there's pictures of puppets.
That's
Yeah,
all
all
right.
the different puppets. Yeah, they're on there too.
Cute,
Yeah.
cute. I don't know
Yeah, the
the
puppets.
hairstyle, the
Yeah.
hairstyle. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
puppets are cute. Yeah, but I like when we do these workshops, letting people make puppets out of everyday things like cardboard and newspaper, and because a lot of people don't have foam and fur, and where we work, so it's always fun to make puppets out of what you have. Oh yes,
Hmm.
there's the menstrual hygiene.
Yes.
Yes, so it
Managing your
just
period with dignity is
with
awesome.
dignity. Yes,
Who
yes, I'm very
who
excited about
creates
it.
the puppet? You create them with people?
I do. I
Who
create
creates
them.
the puppets?
I do. I create the puppets, and then my husband helps me build them. We build together, and he helps me draw them too. But yeah, they're mine. Yes, and Menstrual Hygiene Day is May 28th.
Wow. Well,
Yes, and there's a big celebration every May 28th.
yeah, it was May
So
28, 2021. Well, this has
yes.
been awesome. And I want to close off this interview by showing this video here. How long is this video? It
Oh,
shouldn't
I
be
don't
that
think
long.
it's no.
But let's at least
It's
do a snippet.
okay. It's not that
Yeah,
long. I
let's
don't.
let's do a quick snippet. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Stay on with me.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's pretty short. I have never celebrated. I mean, let me not say that. I am thankful to having a period. I am still having mine, and every day I ask, when are you leaving? And
Yeah.
and I am like, I appreciate you because a friend of mine reminded me it helps me to keep, estrogen in my body so I look youthful. My skin is still supple and all of that. So I'm like,
Oh, you're gorgeous.
really? Oh, thank you.
You
Thank
are.
you. Thank
Oh,
you.
you are. I
I,
love you.
I
You're gorgeous, Corinne.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I am trying my best to just accept, like I say, you know, the whole thing about the period. And I'm like, you know what? I am thankful. When you're
Yes.
ready to leave, in the same way as when you came, when you're ready to leave, no problem. I'm
No
I'm
problem.
good. Okay. And I'm 52 now and it's still there. And I'm like, okay then. Okay then.
Okay then.
We seem to be together for a while, and I will tell you,
Yeah.
it's regularly, Lisa, on the dot
Wow, that's
every month.
amazing. That's
Okay.
amazing. Good for
on
you.
okay, yes. So that is what it is right now. So I have accepted and realized, okay, no problem. We're sticking together for a little while, and I've just accepted. Whenever
Hmm.
it's ready to go, how it want to go, I'm not going to
Yeah,
do anything to stop it or to circumvent it or to derail it or
right,
no.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So, to
I
all the
hear you.
people out there who will be watching who are at my age or probably older or younger, because I have some friends who show off on me, Lisa, that, oh, mine was finished at age 30, mine was finished at 40. I'm like, I really need to stop talking to you. I,
Yeah, I think I was
I, re-
54, 55 when mine stopped. So I'm with you.
I am so glad I have you here with me. I am so.
Oh, yeah.
I am so glad I have you here with me. So I want persons to check out your website, support the program that you're having. The rain just started to fall. But not only that, reach out to Lisa because,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, she has creative ways of getting across the message that you would want to get across in a very playful,
Yes.
youthful, non,
Playful.
intrusive way.
Yes.
And this is the way we
Non-threatening.
need to go going forward. And I think
Me
when I
too.
looked on your website, you had some pandemic COVID-19 stuff as well, so persons
I did.
can check that out and ways in which they can be educated. Education doesn't have to be in a class. Oh my word! There
I'm the
we go.
coronavirus. Yep, I'm still around.
For sure. For
Oh
sure,
yeah,
you're still around.
I am.
Yes, I prefer my boyfriend of before. Yes,
All right.
I
Yes.
prefer.
Yes. We made a puppet out of the coronavirus to help
Wow.
make it easier for people to get
Yeah,
information.
because it's really not good. Ooh, hey. Yeah, because Corona, it's not going anywhere, Lisa. It's not going
No,
anywhere. And we
no, it's
just,
not.
as I say, just accept, just accept. But I
Yeah.
love what you're doing. I love the puppets in the back. As I tell you, I grew up on Sesame Street. I grew up on family oriented shows. This is what I know,
Yes.
So when I watch TV, or, I mean, I don't even watch TV anymore, but when I do catch up on something, I'm like, what is that?
I know.
What is that?
I
Pure
know.
violence, no love, and we don't
No
have
love.
time for
I
that.
know.
The little space we have to live on this earth,
Yes.
come
Yes.
on, come
We don't have
on,
time for that. You are
come
so
on.
right. That's brilliant. I like that. Yes. We don't have
Yeah,
time
we
for that.
don't have time for that.
No.
Yeah, so
Play,
thank
play,
you for the
play.
work that
Joy,
you're
joy, joy.
doing. Yes, yes, yes. Laughing from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed at night. Isn't
Exactly.
that
Why not?
awesome? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? This is
Why not?
awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. I
Oh,
appreciate you
thank
being
you.
here. Yeah,
I
it
love
was
you
a joy.
still.
I love you
He loves
more.
you.
I love you more.
Kissy, kissy. Yeah. Mm.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's
Thank
been great
you.
having you
Oh, it's been
between
so
the lines.
fun. You're beautiful. Mwah.
Thank you. Same to you, my darling. Take care and all the best.
Okay. Thanks.